So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a Brilliant Businesses podcast. My name is Nick Bryant, and I'm here in Seaford at Ageless by Nikki, and I'm with Nikki, who's the owner of the business.
Hello.
How you doing? All right?
Yes, good, thank you.
Good
Thanks for having me.
No, it's a pleasure. Thank you for asking me in here. It's a lovely clinic you've got here. So you worked in the cosmetic industry since 2006, I believe.
Yes, in the industry, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're an aesthetic nurse practitioner, but also an independent nurse prescriber.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, lots of studying, yeah.
Yes. You can tell us a bit about that because I'm interested in that. But start off how you got to where you are, Nikki. Tell us your story.
Well, 2006, all the way back then, obviously I was only not even 18.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I got a job at a dentist and I was on reception, and I went to college and did my dental nursing with some cosmetic dentists. And obviously I really enjoyed that environment. I actually stayed there for about 8 years.
Okay.
And I think that was a stepping stone in starting what I wanted to become.
Right.
So I just liked that environment of a clinical environment, inviting patients in, easing them. Obviously, a lot of people are scared of the dentist.
Absolutely, yeah.
And yeah, then being really happy with the result. And I've worked with a number of cosmetic dentists over Brighton and Hove and Eastbourne and places like that. So it got to the point where I knew I wanted to improve, and I didn't want to be a manager or anything. I definitely wanted to stay clinical.
Okay.
So yeah, I went back to college, and it went from there really. So went to college and applied for uni. I didn't get in the first time.
Okay, well,
so
not everyone does.
Yeah, I've always struggled academically.
Okay.
So second go, I got in.
Well done, good for you.
However, I fell pregnant with my first child.
Okay, all right.
So I started the degree when my son was 6 months old, so it was a struggle.
Yes.
But I loved every minute of it.
Okay.
So then I qualified as an adult nurse. So I've worked in the emergency floor in Brighton.
Have you? Right.
So that was really interesting.
I bet it was, yeah.
I learned a lot in a very short space of time.
So is that like accident and emergency, A&E?
Yeah, so
okay,
emergency floor. So I was, going from A&E to the acute medical unit.
Right, okay.
So yeah, that was a really interesting
Fast-paced,
couple of
I
years.
would have thought. Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
And I actually fell pregnant while I was working
Oh,
there
wow.
as well.
Okay,
so,
right, yeah.
Obviously, I knew about the cosmetics side of things from working with a lot of cosmetic dentists. So I knew that anti-wrinkle treatments, skin treatments is something I wanted to get into. So while I was at the emergency floor in Brighton, I did a course in Harley Street.
Okay.
And I had a little side hustle of seeing clients for fillers and things like that on the side.
On the side of what you were doing at the hospital.
Yeah, exactly. And then my clientele just grew. And then when I had my second child, I had my little box of fillers and a baby on the other hand. So,
nice.
The clientele just grew, and I had to choose what pathway I wanted to go down. And obviously, we all know that nurses are very stressed at the moment.
Underpaid, of course.
And it was the same back then as well. So working around the kids is really, really difficult. And I knew I wanted to be a clinical nurse prescriber. So this was perfect for me.
Excellent.
Perfect. So, so
it's
started from there, really.
It's great because it grew through your love of doing it on the side, if you like, and you're obviously good at it, and people are going, I want some of that, I want some of that, and the business has grown organically, which is really, really cool.
Yeah. So I love skin. I love looking after my own skin, and I always researched everything anyway. So it wasn't really work for me. It was just enjoying what I was doing. So I knew I had to go down that sort of path of skin. Yeah. Really.
Well, they say, don't they? If you enjoy what you do, you never work a day in your life. So that's exactly what you're doing. Yeah. So how did this place come about? When did you get here?
So obviously side hustle. Clientele grew. Then I was renting rooms at beauty salons and getting my name out there on Facebook. And then I just saved every penny, basically, of that and had a plan. Every step I just, save for that part of the business and save for that part of the business. And then I just happened to just walk past this place because it used to be a bakery that I used to go in a lot when I was pregnant.
All right, yeah.
So they knew me quite well. And when they were closing, I was a bit like, I'll just have a peek through and have a look. And I wasn't looking really at that time, but it just came up, and I thought, great location in the main street next door to Co-op, and it grew from there, really.
Right. So the planets aligned. It was meant to be, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah. Oh,
wonderful. That's a really cool
really
story.
Good.
Yeah. So let's talk about the treatments that you offer here. What how do you help people?
Well, we offer loads of treatments here, from laser treatments to anti-wrinkle treatments and fillers, hydration fillers, and there's so many things to actually help the skin rejuvenate. It's a long list, but my main treatment is probably anything within needle, so any injectables at all. So it could be a hay fever clinic to having dermal fillers as well. So it's but we've got a great team here that do the rest for me. So
tell us about your team. Who's here?
So we've got Charlie. She's the cosmetic therapist. She's been a beauty therapist since she left school, so she's very, very good, very popular, great reputation.
Everyone knows her.
Everyone knows her. She's really good with eyebrows, so she does the semi-permanent makeup, and the HD brows, lamination, lash lift, and she's also trained in all the laser treatments as well. So she's able to do all that. So that's really great, and she's really enjoying it.
Excellent. It's good when you have someone that's people come in for a chat as well. Do you know? It's like
a bit like the dentist, or your hairdresser.
And because you create those relationships with people around you, and it becomes important for them to come in to have a chat, but also then eventually going to use your services, I would have thought.
Exactly. We have over 1,400 clients here.
Have you? Wow.
So it is really good because we give an honest feedback of what they need, and it's really important when you open a clinic is not to think about the sales too much, because obviously fillers, anti-wrinkling treatments, it's really important not to oversell when they're not needed. So
you don't hurt anyone's feelings.
As well as, going overboard and clients wanting stuff they don't need. It's really important to be honest with them. And I think that's why we've kept our clientele here.
And how far do people travel? Do they come from all over? Or?
So we got the Londoners coming down. We've got people from Chichester to Hastings, St Leonard's, all the way over the coast. So and they've been coming to me for years now. So
that speaks volumes, doesn't it? If people went to London, would it be more expensive than London? It would be down here.
It is, but a bit like down here, it's getting a little bit expensive with the rents and stuff like that, and the energy bills, and obviously inflation and things. So it is starting to creep up. However, we try our best to be one of the most affordable places around. So it is getting a bit competitive. But London obviously is a lot more money. And
your customers, so who are they? Give me an idea of an average customer. It's anyone, isn't it, that really feels they need some skin help?
Basically we get the young teenagers that really suffer with acne.
You help that,
with our laser treatments and other topical creams that we can give them, because obviously I'm a prescriber, so I can do that. To 80-year-olds
bless them.
obviously want to see Charlie for some beauty treatments, or even sometimes me as well, just to get rid of some fine lines or anything like that.
It's anyone, Bruce, basically.
Anyone, but my ideal client,
shall
I say?
Do it,
right? Over 35 that have lost their foundations of their cheeks. And that makes them look older than they actually are. Or they've lost a lot of weight and the foundation of their cheeks have gone, which makes them look a bit older than what they are. So that would be my ideal client, because cheek fillers are my favourite treatment to do.
Everyone out there that needs some cheek fillers, get yourself down here to Seafood.
100%. Seriously, it makes you look 10 years old. Sorry, 10 years younger. 10 years younger in 10 minutes.
Excellent.
A 10-minute treatment.
10 years younger in 10 minutes. That's got to be value for money, for sure.
Definitely. Last 2 years.
Does it? What about you? Clearly enjoy it, because you're just sort of saying that's your ideal thing. But what's the best thing about not only having this place and doing what you love, but running a business?
Obviously, like I said, I've got 2 children, and I think the work-life balance is perfect. I can arrange my time here around my children, and that really helps with our work-life balance at home.
Yeah.
And I'm there for the kids, and they get to see me. So, if you compare that to what I was doing in the hospital of 4 long shifts, so I wouldn't see them 4 days a week.
Yeah.
And obviously it's a much better money. So it's a no-brainer.
And you're driving your own ship, aren't you? Or sailing your own ship, sorry.
Yes.
And looking out for you. And, and it's limitless. You can do whatever however you want to take it.
Exactly, yeah.
Which leads on to my next thing with the future. Do you see yourself having more than one clinic, or what's your plans?
So,
okay.
Yes, I've just been accepted for a room in Harley Street, which I'm really excited about.
Awesome.
So I really want to take this to London, because I do have clients in London already.
Yeah.
So it'd be really nice to actually be there regularly for them as well.
Yes.
So that's really...
You keep this as well? Or?
Of course,
yes,
yeah. So we're actually... what I've done is I've extended my hours here. So I'm here 12 hours a day.
Right, okay.
But I'm only here 3 days a week.
Right, okay.
So
nice.
It gives me that flexibility to go to London weekly.
Yeah.
And then see my clients there.
Okay.
And also I have another business on the side,
Do you?
which I'm trying to
Is it
get up
secret?
and running. No, wow.
Tell us about it.
No one knows about it, but it's
All
not
right.
a secret. So obviously, like I said about my story and how I've opened the clinic, and I always get asked from my colleagues, especially from the hospital, is how did you do it? I'm really tired. I want to do the same thing.
Okay.
So I'm looking into business coaching.
Right, okay.
And my business is called Clinicpreneur.
Nice.
So it's just making that entrepreneur turn into a clinic business. So if there's like nurses in the hospital and they're really, really good at one thing that they're really interested in, whether it's wound care, whether it's vitamin clinic, whether it's a skin clinic like me, then I can actually hold their hand and
that is awesome.
give them every step to achieve, and obviously save time, because I've done some mistakes financially, massively, that I wouldn't have done if I'd known. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's
so valuable, that experience and that knowledge to hand over to someone else. So I think that would do really well, because it's really niche as well. And there's a lot of people out there that probably are struggling like that in doing what you were saying in the hospitals and looking for not a way out, but something else, which is
even if it's a side hustle, having your own limited company,
like what you did,
will give you that freedom to be more flexible, even if you did decide to keep working in a hospital. It's really good for any healthcare professional that wants a side hustle or to create their own company. So that's the idea. I'm just finishing the website at the moment, so once that up and running, and then I can get started.
Start marketing it. Of course. As an interest, how do you market this business? Do you use social media? Do you advertise?
Massively social media. I think at the beginning it was a lot on Facebook. So I was on there a lot.
Yes.
A lot, and a lot of films, and obviously I'm a very confident injector, so I've done training for Teoxane, which is the brand of fillers that we use.
Right.
So I've helped them in the training industry. It's good.
Excellent. Very good. Well, you're clearly doing all right, or doing something right, because the people are coming, and you've got 100. Did you say 1,200 customers or 100?
I've got about 1,400.
1,400, So something's working, isn't it?
It is working. I am busy, and that's that's the main thing.
All right. Well, thanks, Nikki. That's been awesome talking to you, and thank you for inviting me in. It's been really good.
This is my first podcast. So
is
thank you.
It's a pleasure. So we'll be putting this out and all through our social media, and obviously Nikki will put it through her social media. And if anyone out there wants any advice or any help with their skin, come to a skin clinic. If you're in the area, if you're in London. Come to Ageless by Nikki here in Seaford, and or you can contact her through our website, and obviously through your website. Excellent. All the deals will be below. And so thanks again, and we'll see you for another podcast soon. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.